Happy to be joined by my next guest. Pedro Carvalho is going to be taking on a new opponent here, J.J. Wilson, at Bellator 257 on April 16th. Pedro, how's it going, man?
How's it going, James? Thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure.
Yeah, it's great to be talking to you. And I know a switch up an opponent, obviously, he's not Daniel Weichel. Were you ever given a reason why Weichel was taken out of the fight? When did you find out that there would be an opponent switch up?
I kind of heard that, 2, 3, 4 weeks. No, 4. It was kind of 4 weeks before the fight week. So yeah, like I can't clearly tell you a reason of why that fight got canceled. Got out. I can't really tell you. I don't really know. I don't know if Weichel was injury, if Bellator had other plans. But I spoke with John, my coach, my head coach, John Kavanagh, and he said that we do that fight on the summer. So I'm counting on it. I want that fight. He wants that fight. I think it's a great fight for the fans. So hopefully we can do soon that fight. And yeah, now I'm fighting J.J. Wilson.
Well, at least you get to stay on this card. You must be happy about that, because I'm sure you wanted to get back in there after the last fight.
Yeah, 100%. I had my time to recover, to think about it, everything I did wrong, and it was a lot of things I did wrong. I took that loss a lot of. I never like to say that I was the wrong, even though I was, like, that loss was on me, but I don't want to take credit from anyone, especially from Patricio, but I took that loss a lot of my shoulders, because I know a lot of things that I did wrong, overconfidence and a lot of things that led to that moment that was just a conjunction of things that was going bad, and I was doing wrong, unconsciously wrong.
Right.
I was thinking that I was doing right, but I wasn't doing wrong. And I let myself go a lot with the spotlights that I was receiving. Even like everything was. I wasn't even like think clear. Like I was thinking that I was just myself, but I wasn't. Now looking back, it wasn't myself. It wasn't me. It wasn't the same Pedro. I'm not saying this to kind of excuse. Yeah,
you're not making excuses. You're just talking about what you feel like you could have done differently. Yeah.
Yeah, I let go myself a lot with the moment, and I going to that fight. I just my confidence was like off the roof. I was like kind of God confidence, like this guy cannot touch me, and their overconfidence led me to underestimate a guy like Patricio Pitbull, and I paid the price. That's it. I was childish. I was immature in that way. And I learned a valuable lesson, that I don't, I truly believe that this lesson that I took from that fight will lead me to be world champion, will lead me to do great things, because from now on, I know what I did wrong, and I know what I can't do it again. The things that I can't do it again. So yeah, I took a lot of positives, and now I'm happy that I have a fight scheduled to showcase everything that I, correct, and go out there and show everyone what I always say, that I'm the best, and I'm here to be the best and world champion, and that's it.
So what do you know about your opponent? How do you feel like you match up against him?
Yeah, J.J. Wilson is a great grappler. He's a great jiu-jitsu artist with a good wrestling base. It's not the first time that I face a really good grappler there. He's gonna come with energy. But yeah, I'm happy with the matchup. I like his style. He's young. He brings energy. He's undefeated, so he has a lot of hype behind him. So I think it's a great opportunity for me to go out there, prove my level, prove that I'm an elite fighter, and what I always say, every time I'm inside of the cage, my goal is to prove once and again and again and again that I'm the best. So right now my focus is to become world champion, to finish what I started, and but I'm not thinking too much ahead. I want to do things right. So step by step. Right now, my first step is JJ Wilson. I'm taking JJ really, really serious, and yeah, I'm excited to go out there and prove everything and everyone and do everything that I was supposed to do on my last fight, and from now on, keep doing what I've been done.
Talked about some of the restrictions going on. What about training? Who are you getting to work with, and do you still get to go to the gym? Like, how does training camp work with everything that's going on over there in Ireland?
Yeah, it's been complicated, Of course, elite fighters here, even though everything is closed, elite fighters have an authorization to work, but then there's other restrictions. And then you have, you have to manage sometimes some ways go around their restrictions. It's not been easy, but we've been doing our best, and I'm thankful that I have a great team around me of coaches and teammates that are always there every time I need it, and we manage to find a place, to find time, and to find a way, and we do our work, and that's all that matters in the end of the day.
Are there any like main training partners, like people you work with a little bit more than others?
Yes, I always have, I keep the same team overall, and then of course every time I have my opponent, I specifically gonna have not new because I always train everyone, but if I'm gonna fight a grappler, I'm gonna ask grappling guys, to train more with me. If I'm fighting a striker, but I most of the times I train with Peter Quilly, with Artem Lobov, Richie Smolin, Kiefer Crosby. Those were probably the names that I trained the most, and of course my coaches, and my staff of coaches. But teammates, the names that I probably would say that I train more times and regularly are those ones.
Okay, that makes sense. And obviously got to bring up Conor McGregor, who's one of the stars of your gym. Have you seen or talked to him? Is he in there, or have you spoken to him at all?
No, right now, after the Dustin fight, I think he's still on Dubai or Abu Dhabi or Cannes or
just taking some time off, obviously.
Good place.
Exactly.
but on way before Dustin. I was still getting ready and in camp for the
Pitbull
for
fight,
Patricio.
Yeah.
We had a chance to speak a little bit, of course, because he was already in camp for the Dustin fight. He was focusing on him. I was focusing on me. But yeah, we were able to chat a little bit. He kind of saw once or twice my sparring. I was able to get his feedback, and yeah, we got a good relationship. We respect each other a lot, and of course, any person in the gym respect his opinion a lot, because he is who he is. He exceed, we exceed. So yeah.
Okay, good stuff.
That's pretty.
I imagine John Kavanagh is going to be making the trip with you. Who's going to be in your corner for this fight?
Yeah, for this fight will be basically my corner is always the same. It's John Kavanagh, David Jones, my striking coach, Graham Dolan, my second striking coach, and Sergey Pikulski, my wrestling coach. Unfortunately, this time won't be able. For the first time, I won't be able to bring David Jones for personal reasons. But yeah, my corner will be complete. I'll have John Kavanagh, Graham Dolan, and Sergey Pikulski anyway. So yeah, I'll be in good hands anyway.
How do you see this fight playing out on April 16th? How do you envision the fight playing out?
On a normal occasion, I will say that I see myself knocking him out. But right now, every day, going to the training, every day I'm on myself and I'm thinking about the fight. I visualize, I go out there and do a performance of 3 rounds, I don't want to go out there and, and do the same mistakes of overlooking a guy, of making plans, and not be real. I want to, on my head, I'm counting with the worst, and I'm preparing for the worst. I'm preparing for the worst, the best guy ever. That's how I'm preparing myself. And that's come from the mistakes I made in the past. And every time I make a mistake, I take it very seriously because I'm not that guy that like to make the same mistake twice. So yeah, I'm kind of happy because it's weird, but after after this loss that I just had, it's the first time in years, that I'm with this this little nervous about a fight. Not a good nervous about like that when a fight is getting closer, and for years I was getting there. I wasn't scared because I was seeing the fights that I was getting as done deal. I remember I was going against Derek Campos, against Sam Cecilia, even against Patricio Pitbull, and I was just another one, and I wasn't feeling nothing. I was just like go out there and okay, it's a done deal, and it was good. It was going good until it went bad, and I'm happy. I'm kind of happy because I'm feeling so many things that I didn't feel for a long time. And yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm a happy guy, even though I'm going through a difficult time because for me to be here in Ireland doing my camp, my girlfriend had to be alone on her last 2 weeks of pregnancy. I wasn't able to.
I didn't know that. When'd she do?
It was March 23rd.
Wow.
And yeah, I wasn't able to. I still didn't see personally my baby girl. Only after the fight I'll be able to go out there and see it. And yeah, it's been complicated. It's been hard, but I've been using it as fuel. And yeah, I'm excited.
Well, congratulations, man! I didn't know. I didn't know Shardy gave birth. That's great. I'm imagining that's because of the COVID restrictions, you not being able to go over there, right? Or is it because you have this fight coming up that you can't go see her?
Yeah, it's both. It's the restrictions. It will be really hard to go out and come back to Ireland, because you have to do quarantine and everything. And right now, Ireland is getting even more tighter with people that are coming outside to quarantines. So it was just impossible, to me to go to Portugal. So yeah, it's a little sacrifice for
a big reward
for that future. Exactly. I'm going out there to get paid and to secure the future of my child. That's all I'm thinking about right now.
Well, we're really looking forward to this fight. It's Bellator 257 coming up here April 16th. Pedro, thank you so much for the time. If you want to thank anyone, if you got any sponsors or social media you want to plug, I'll give you the last word.
As always, I like to thank you for inviting me. I would like to thank everyone that keeps supporting me so much and keeps me by my side, believing in me, believing in the same that I believe, and that's wonderful to see. All my teammates, all my coaches, and all my family and friends. And that's it. Thank you very much, guys.